Welcome back to Close Up on San Diego Business, where we get up close and personal with San Diego businesses and the key people that are working hard to make a difference in our community. I'm your host, Barry Waxler, here on KFSD AM 1450 and financialnewsandtalk.com.
Okay, we're back from break, and we are privileged to have one of the top salons in town with us today. Welcome, Jarrod Harms from Detour Salon.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
Morning. So, well, tell our listeners a little bit about Detour Salon. I guess you are. How long have you been out there?
Sure. We're up in Encinitas, and we've been there for 15 years now, opening up in 1998. And we started as a small 7-chair salon, little hope and a dream with some duct tape and furniture fished out of dumpsters, and we've grown to be a business complete with 43 employees, 2 locations. We are a full-service hair salon, as well as kind of a lifestyle boutique, including clothing, jewelry, accessories, gifts, and so on and so forth. So,
well, you said something.
That just goes to show what doing really good hair
Yeah.
will do for you. You're banging some good hair.
Some good hair, good hairdressers, good staff, but more than anything, we care about what it is that we're doing. So you have to have good intentions, I think, as well.
Yeah. Well, that's, it's interesting because you said something before the show that struck a chord with me. I had an old friend of mine who had grown a huge business for years and kept looking at me, and all he'd say, and I'd ask, what's the difference? And he'd always say, I do one thing and I do it right.
Yeah, exactly. So we get people that call, potential customers that call all the time asking if we do nails or massage or, waxing and things like that. And true that those are all part of the beauty industry and part of, the world that I come from. But we really just want to focus on hair so that we know that we're giving it everything that we can and we're doing it the best that we can. So.
Yeah, I was actually kind of nervous to have you
Why
come
is
in,
that?
because whenever you meet somebody, especially somebody from like one of the top salons in San Diego, you're like, oh, I'm having the worst hair day.
Listen, you're talking to one of the owners, so
right.
the cobbler's kids that never have any shoes. That's what being an owner of a hair salon is like. My hair always looks terrible, so everybody else is too busy to actually do it.
So we're sitting over here. And we're sitting across the top hair salon and the top workout facility, wondering, are we being judged?
I know.
On hair?
I know.
Oh, yeah, we're all conferring down in the parking lot.
Right.
So,
exactly.
So now you have a new location you've just opened up recently, right?
We do. We found ourselves in 2012 in the unique position of kind of being maxed out for space in Encinitas. So it was a good problem to be in, and we had associates or apprentices that were coming through our training program that we didn't have space for once they graduated. So, one of the things about us that I think makes us unique is that we care. So I, laid awake at night caring about these people that were coming through the apprenticeship program, thinking, what are they going to do? Like, we've trained them, we promised them a future, and I don't have a space for them. So it made sense for us at that point to start looking at where we can move next. And we actually stumbled upon a location in Hillcrest, downtown San Diego here, which was perfect. It was already built out beautifully. It was kind of underutilized and under maximized, and we made the deal, and now we have Detour Salon on University Avenue.
So what's the address to the
that one's at 142 University Avenue. We're about 2 blocks west of the Hillcrest sign. So easy to find.
Great location.
Fantastic location.
Well, I'm curious about the apprenticeship program. I don't know of too many salons that actually have their own apprenticeship program.
Yeah, training is a huge part of what we do, and I think a huge part of what makes us different. So we take continuing education and training really, really seriously, because you have to keep your skills fresh. You have to continually see what's going on in the world of fashion and art and culture, and all of those creative influences play a part in what it is that we create behind the chair. Whether or not, as a consumer or a client sitting in the chair, you know what's going on, or how that particular style came to be or arrived, but it all plays a part in what that happens. Our apprenticeship program takes a fresh talent that's fresh out of beauty school, quote unquote, and we put them through a training program to take those skills that they already have in place and really polish them so that they're really excellently functioning hairdressers behind the chair.
So I take it that there's also a lot of walk-in traffic that comes into your salon.
We're very fortunate in Encinitas, actually in both locations, that's true. Yeah, in Encinitas, we're at 594 South Coast Highway, right on the corner of Coast Highway and E Street. So a very visible kind of landmark location downtown Encinitas. It's an old building, and we love that location for many reasons. The walk-ins are one of them, but also because it's part of historic downtown Encinitas. So we like kind of being the caretakers of that.
Well,
corner.
since you care so much, I
Yes.
have a hypothetical to throw at you.
Lay it on me.
Somebody comes in and they've got a picture of a celebrity with a great fashionable hairstyle, and
Yes.
it's never going to work on them with their hair, with their face. How do you deal with that? How do you tell them? It's like a girlfriend asking me if they look good in those jeans, and I know they look terrible.
Well, what do you do?
It depends on how good a friend I am. Is this a friend that can take the truth? I try to be a good friend, to be honest.
Right.
But
And
that's a tough thing to do.
That's the best approach, I think, because if you really care about what it is that you're doing, you want to put, you want to be honest with the client and let them know that one, maybe it's just not possible, or two, it's possible, but we have to do X, Y, Z first. So that's part of that caring is making sure that the best work goes out there, and sometimes that means. How do I put that?
Tough love, maybe.
Tough love. Yeah. Sometimes it means hearing not what you want to hear.
Yeah.
So.
Interesting. You're listening to Close Up on San Diego Business here on KFSD AM 1450 and financialnewsandtalk.com. I'm your host, Barry Waxler, here with my co-hosts Andrea Kay and Al Arias, and our guest, Jarrod Harms from Detour Salon. Andrea, I thought you were going to say, if somebody walks in with a celebrity picture and what have you, I thought you were going to say somebody named Andrea walks in with a celebrity picture.
Well, maybe I've been asking for myself. But no, I mean, all ladies look at these fashion magazines and they see a gorgeous hairdo and they think, oh, I want that.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
that happens frequently.
Yeah.
And especially now with the prevalence of smartphones and being able to just scroll through photo after photo after photo, online and Facebook and Pinterest and all of these things, it really has just exponentially exploded the availability of the imagery of creativity and fashion. So on the one hand, it's terrific because it allows us to speak to the world going on out there. On the other hand, it also presents its own challenges because sometimes people may have unrealistic expectations, but it's our jobs as professionals to manage that.
And to at least help them if they can't get it to look exactly like that. You can make them look at the best that they can be.
Absolutely.
And to reach their potential.
Yeah.
And now you've also got, other things like clothing and jewelry so that it could be one-stop shopping.
Absolutely.
It could be like, okay, maybe you can't have that exact hairstyle, but if you do it this way, maybe you put on some fabulous earrings and a great blouse.
It's a jumping off point for your own look, which is really, in our view, what beauty is all about anyway. So it's not necessarily following a trend; it's kind of developing your own look and your own style.
Yeah, I think we're gaining a trend here on the show. We had the other week we had Jody Rogers on from Spa Valia.
Oh yeah.
And she was talking about how she every one of her employees has to sign an attitude agreement before they get started.
Oh, that's terrific.
Yeah.
That sounds like where we're headed with everybody here.
We have that as part of our policies and procedures as well.
Really? How do you use that?
Well, I don't necessarily want to share that, but
okay.
No, but we make sure that as part of our policies and procedures, you have to play nice. You have to be a friendly person. I mean, we're in the culture of we're in the business of customer service, so you have to smile. And that means that you have to smile at customers, you have to smile at coworkers, and be pleasant. So it's when you're pleasant, that's how you gain business in what it is that we do. And I'm sure that the previous guest that you had as well. So
well, back in the old days when a man would walk into a barber shop, it didn't really matter. Now you have to give the experience of walking into your business. It's fabulous.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm sure you guys probably remember in the mid '80s the hair salon that happened on Saturday Night Live. I think it was like Detour. Oh no, it was Detour's nightclub, right? With the German people dressed in black turtlenecks, and I think sometimes people have that kind of misperception about salons, but our salon in particular, because just as you walk by, you see young men and women who have facial piercings, tattoos, punk color hair. There's exposed brick on the walls, so.
Close.
I think that there sometimes there's a misperception from the I don't want to say the suburban housewife, but the suburban customer that's there that it's maybe not the salon for that. But then they walk in and they realize people are friendly, we're saying hi, we're very, very real about what it is that we do, and want to communicate that. So it's
That's
a good
fabulous.
place.
Well, we are starting to run short on time today, so tell our listeners again how they find Detour Salon.
Sure. So our location in Encinitas is 594 South Coast Highway 101. It's right on the corner of Coast Highway and E Street in Old Encinitas. The telephone number there is area code 760-634-1999. In Hillcrest, we're at 142 University between 1st and 3rd. The telephone number there is area code 619-297-9000. We're also all over Facebook, online at detoursalon.com, Instagram, all those good places.
So detoursalon.com, they can find whatever they haven't marked down out of our interview. So great. Well, we appreciate you being with us.
Thank you.
Also appreciate the gifts that you brought by. So it's been a great show today. So, well, you are listening to Close Up on San Diego Business, where we get up close and personal with homegrown San Diego businesses and the people that are working hard to make a difference in our community. I'm your host, Barry Waxler, and we will be back next week with another great show. And all I can say is thanks, Andrea, Al, and all our guests today. Stay awesome, San Diego. We'll be back next week.